Say your name, sister. Say your name. What's your name, sister? You unmute.
Hi, I'm Mayfua. I'm from Ghana, live in Jersey. That's the same.
Ashe. Oh yeah. What you got to say about the Ghanaian sister on the line?
You know, I brought that good tantric watermelon, the seeded watermelon for all the tantric goddesses that's over here today that's interested in healing their ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Tasting on a little watermelon, this little organic, you know what I'm saying, black seeded watermelon. I'm out here for the Ghanaian princess. I'm out here for all the melanated princes. Miss Bliss, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even matter. We out here ready to raise the vibration and take it to that level. Let's get it, baby. With it.
All right. Okay, Baraka, you ready to do it?
I still can't get my headphones. I don't know why.
Okay, so while you working out the technicalities, what you got to say to that, Afwa, about the watermelon tantra?
Looking kind of juicy and sweet.
All right.
I have plenty too. I have plenty.
Oh boy.
I hope they big.
No shortage.
Okay. All right. Baraka, we are live, brother. Welcome, family, to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids on a hot summer full moon day. So, Baraka, tell us when you're ready to rock, because thunder clouds are building in the horizon. Shango in the Carolinas and in Brooklyn. I want to acknowledge Deborah, Mommy A4, and you, the listening audience. So we just getting warmed up with comedy and happiness. Now somebody got feedback. I don't know who it is. I think Baraka. Yeah, Baraka got technical sound problems. So you can unmute when you're ready to talk, brother. All right, Baraka, you're open. You're on the line. Hold on, family. This summer heat is making our technology sweat. We can't hear you, bro. Yeah, Baraka, you got sound problems.
Baraka, you got 99 problems and ain't one.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we hear you. Now we hear you. If y'all can hear him in the chat, give him a holler, because he's figuring out what's what.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
You can? Okay. I can't hear shit. I don't know why.
I think you need some watermelon out there, brother. Oh, yeah. A4, y'all got to help the brother out.
I'm here for the sisters right now. My watermelon.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with
Man, that's a nice background, bro.
All right, so you know what? My headphones is fucking out of the game.
Yeah, but we can hear you.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
All right. It is what it is.
Tell us where you are, brother.
I'm on the beach.
What beach?
Which one?
I'm in Tahiti.
Are you on Reese Beach, the nude beach? Where you at?
No, I'm in Tahiti.
Yeah,
I'm in the
Brooklyn, Coney Island, Tahiti to me.
Brooklyn, Tahiti.
Brooklyn, Tahiti. Right.
I gotta get closer.
No, you're not too late to the party, Adrian. You're right on time. Greetings, everybody. We got folks are lining up in the audience. Wanted to say thank you for joining this spontaneous party celebration. We're just gonna have fun and education. Baraka, did you get it right? You ready?
Oh, go with the recording, bro. I didn't bring my horn with me.
No, just talk it, brother. Talk it.
Oh, okay. The time is now. Summon the warrior energy inside you, the healer energy in you, the king, the queen in you. Every single day we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burdens, your distractions, and anything that's holding you back, and take your rightful place. The battle is all around us, and it's right in your face. Let's go!
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes. Love, wisdom, power. Remember, yes, always who you are. Yes. Yes. I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes. Yes. I am. Love, yes. Power. Yes. I am. Yes, I am love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am love, wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself, yes, I am protected. Yes, yes, I am. Master. I am relaxing.
Ashe. I'm gonna hold on this fire truck that was given us Ashe by New York City's fire department.
The bravest.
Thank you, Brother Baraka, for that opening. I want to welcome everyone to another page of Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. First, and on the top of it, I want to acknowledge the beautiful goddesses, original Nubian goddesses in the house. Mami Afua, by way of Ghana. Miss Bliss, Deborah, by way of the celestial heavens. And our Brother Baraka, the co-host, and our honorary guest tonight, watermelon eating tantric practitioner, Master Oyi. So without
Don't forget
further,
mushroom grower. Don't forget mushroom grower. Don't
okay,
leave
if you
that
can
out.
stuff a mushroom between the bites of that watermelon, you are truly the master. So I am in me, I am in Baraka, I am in Miss Bliss Deborah, I am in Mommy Afwa, I am in Master Oyi, and I am within you, the listening audience, now and in the future. We call upon our ascended master ancestors, Simeon Toko, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, Sheikh Ibrahim, Yeshua, Saint Germain, Black Madonna, Nikolai Tesla, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, Angel of Protection, be with all our sisters and brothers throughout the world and all our family. Archangel of Healing, Archangel Raphael, embrace, inebriate, activate, and accelerate all of our healing from places of pain to places of pleasure and internal bliss. Archangel Gabriel, give us the strength to surrender our colonized monkey mind to the beautiful celestial space place within our hearts. Archangel Uriel, angel of knowledge and enlightenment, be with us. Thank you, Ascended Masters, for giving us downloads for all that we do. I want to acknowledge all the sea of divinity known by many names: Allah, Olodumare, Wakantanka, Yeshua, Yahweh, Jehovah, and most of all, I am that I am that lives inside of us. And we say together, Amin, Ashe, Mahalo, Donada, Wado. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we got a packed house listening for you, Master Oye. Who are you? And you showed me some awesome pictures, man. And I want you to enlighten the audience of who Master Sunata is in relation to Tantra, because that was powerful. Oh, you muted out, bro. Hold on.
The best way I could represent my teachers is to share something that they shared with me. Yeah. And when I was studying with Grandmaster Sunyata Saraswati, who brought Tantra to North America, we always opened up and said, we honor and respect the masters that came before us and strive to follow in their example. So when you was like, name your teachers, you know what I'm saying, and hold them up.
Look at that. Look at that, family.
This is the day I got my black belt. I didn't even know that Tantra and martial arts went together. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's him in the middle. There is no one who brought Tantra to North America before Grandmaster Sunyata in the early 70s. The first Tantric manual was published in 1988. And before that, you had to go to a workshop. He would say, so Hank, how many people going to be there? You'd be like 9. He'd bring 1 copy. He'd go to Kinko's, make 9 copies, give everybody a copy, and that was it. This was going on from like 1973 to 1986. So for 13 years, this information was all underground, and he was in California mainly, and then flying around the world. Once he got older, he decided to retire in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he was teaching a class on how he cured himself from cancer. But I didn't know that he was the godfather of Tantra, and my father had had cancer. And so I was like, you know, I come from a dysfunctional home. My father raised me. My mother left. My growing up situation was a lot opposite than a lot of people talk about, you know, socially and things. So my father meant and means everything to me now, even as an ancestor. So I met Sunyata in hopes to learn something from him to heal my father. And then it was 4 months in of practicing white crane and doing qigongs and things like that, that the rest of the class, who at this point, it was a lot of Nawapian brothers who were studying with him, and they just started talking about Jewel in the Lotus. Like everybody went in their book bag. Now, you know, when you just getting into some information and you got a lot of books and somebody pull out a book and you ain't got it, you just like, what? And so I was like, what is Jewel in the Lotus? And everybody was like, what? I was like, what is Tantra? They was like, what? They was like, you sitting beside the guy. So I was there for learning a system called Neguns to heal my father. But at the same time, he was putting the Tantra on top of it like Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? Wax on, wax off. And then once I opened up and asked a question, then he just released the floodgates, you know? And so
that's deep, brother, because I never hear anybody who's speaking of Tantra giving rightful accolades to our brother Sunata.
A black man from Chicago with a black mother and a South Indian father. So the you know, we use the word namaste. Namaste is what the colonizers brought back from northern India, because all the black Indians are in southern India, and they say namaskar. Namaste lets you know. That's just like if you in DC and you hear the word Bama, or if you in New York and hear somebody say Bama, you know they're from DC. So if you hear somebody say namaste, that's northern India, where the light skinned and the, you know, because there's a lot of caste systems in India, but the black Indians are in southern India, and that's where Sunyata's father is from. So he was a crossbreed, even because he had a black daddy and a black mother, but it was so much racism, they still called him a nigger. So the black children who in Chicago called him a nigger, and then the black people from India called him a Zenji, which is what a nigger is in India. So he grew up in this persecution type thing, but he was designed to carry the load, and he carried it well. And that's it right there, the 3rd edition. Come on now, come on, Miss Bliss. That if you don't have this in your library right here, Jewel in the Lotus, the Tantric Path to Higher Consciousness, you don't have the Bible. And it's the first 3 chapters. Read, this is out of his mouth. Read the first 3 chapters as much as possible, because he wrote the first 3 chapters. The rest of the book is by Bodhi, who was his 5th wife at that time. Sunyata had 7 wives in his lifetime, not at once. He was a serial monogamist. He didn't play with the poly, but he was a ladies' man, that's for certain.
Nowhere. Okay, that's awesome, man. Imagine if he had 7 wives in parallel series together. I'm talking electrical stuff.
No, that's not what he said. One at a time.
That's some voltage there. So listen, before we continue, Master Oyi, I want to take this time, Brother Baraka, and family, to listen to our brilliant sister, Miss Bliss Deborah, because earlier she dropped some celestial insights that I found to be incredible. And I said, you know, we got to have you share this at the beginning of the show because people need to know what you just shared with me. So I'm going to bring you forth, Miss Bliss. Please tell me again, tell the audience, tell Oyi and Baraka and all the listening audience now and in the future where we are celestially.
Well, Oyi may already know about this, but earlier I was explaining to Rising Sun what's coming is Aquarius full moon. However, along with that is something called the fixed cross grand signs of all of the fixed signs, which is Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. So with that said, we're coming in a moment where those fixed signs are usually stuck. They're resilient, they're strong, but they're difficult to budge. And you may find that you may have some challenges moving forward with this type of nature if you don't learn to be more fluid and flow like water or air or like fire. So, and also Saturn is closest to the Earth. So Saturn is one of the planets along with Uranus that controls the Aquarius. So Saturn is the planet where it's kicking ass and taking names. And if you don't learn from your lessons, Saturn's going to show you a hard way around. So pretty much that's what I said.
Yeah, you said something. You ran something else. Family, listen close because this made me sit up on my bed when I heard her say this. Tell us about that celestial cross or square or something in the heavens.
Yeah, it is. So the fixed grand cross, it is 4 signs, or it could be like in a square. So those 4 signs are going to be Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. So that is coming along with the Aquarius full moon. And so those energies, those fixed signs, they tend to, be stuck. They're stuck in their ways. They're stuck in the things that they do, and they struggle with moving and dealing with changes. So if you're struggling with changes and you're stuck in your ways, you're going to have a challenge coming up soon. So, and this grand cross is not as bad and challenging as the cardinal sign. The cardinal signs are the ones that's the most difficult to deal with. But you might want to check your chart to see if you have a Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, or Aquarius within there and see where it's located in your chart. But again, this is something probably Oyi already knows is coming. So
I would like to add on to that wonderful bill that the sister just already got the party started with. I like to look at fixed signs as you got a stripper pole in your den and you forgot and the lights is off. Right, so you could go over there with the stripper pole is stable. She said stuck. I like to use the word stable because I'm a Taurus, so I'm a fixed sign. So I like to say we're stable. We can be stuck, but some of on a higher level we can be stable. On the lower level we can absolutely be stuck. So what do you use? How do you use a stripper pole? You swing around it. You get some momentum and be creative with it because you know it's going to hold you there.
Whoa.
And she's exactly right that if you have any placements in any of the fixed signs, you're going to feel that, if you have anything, so all my Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and
Aquarius.
I'm talking about just in the fixed signs. So
Aquarius.
And Aquarius. All of you, if you have rising signs, sun, moon, any of the 12 planets in that, you will feel it in that particular area. So like me, I have Lilith in Leo. So my Lilith will be affected because I'm going to feel this energy. I also am a Taurus. So my Saturn, my Mercury, and my Sun is going to be affected by this. This is when we start getting into the aspects because there's going to be square energy, opposition energy, and then there's going to be conjunction energy. But then for those of you who have some trines to this, it's so many possibilities out here. This is more proof that you need to learn to body your chart. When you walk into Uncle Hank's crib, he know where all the wires is at. He know where all the wrenches is at. He know where all the different gauge things is at. You have to know your chart like that, because your chart is your basic beginner alchemy plate. If you don't know where the wires is at, and if you don't have the amethyst separated from the high level organ he got over here, and then you got your Yi Ming Zhu over there, and you don't know the difference, then you just got a lot of stuff just laying around. So in this particular course that I'm teaching on Saturday and Sunday, I want to bring a lot of awareness to how you use astrology, how you use magic, and introduce Black people to human design, because I'm really surprised Miss Bliss had never heard of human design and gene keys. And
Me neither, bro.
Well,
so but before you drop all of us brilliance on us, I'm thinking mechanically, like Taurus, the fixed signs, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and what is it? Leo. They're like axles on a car, and the wheels spin. So we got to have some form of stability to keep the wheels spinning. So I'm thinking, family, think of it like the fixed signs are the axles, and the cardinal signs would be like the wheels. Oye, could you say it something like that?
They're the initiators.
Yes.
But that sounds like a wheel to me on my bicycle.
Cardinal signs are the initiators. This is why if there was a cardinal grand fixed cross, it would be more difficult. So you're talking about the Libra, the Cancer, the Aries, the Capricorn. They're the initiators into. It's more challenging if that was the cross. But so this one that we have, the fixed, is a little bit more easier for people to be able to deal with, I think. And I think you gave some advice on how you can take his class and you can learn some more.
That's the thing, man, is people wait till the last minute. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you'll be amazed at how many texts I got on the 7th. Because everybody was like, Lionsgate is on the 8th. So they waited until the 7th to start texting me to be like, well, what should I do? I said, yes. It's over. I said, you've already missed it. Anybody waiting this late, that's like you trying to get married and then you plan the next day. I'm gonna ask you to marry me now. We're gonna get married tomorrow. Nobody's gonna be there. Nobody's gonna be there. It doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah, but what if there's a cancellation? Because I know this brother had a last minute cancellation of the marriage. he's laughing in the audience. He might be able to drop a little direct experience with that. You know, how does that affect somebody's schedule, bro?
The planets don't cancel. The planets don't cancel. They move on. The train, they run on a schedule hotter than the New York transit, Atlanta transit, any transit. They run on time every time, and they're guaranteed. And if you're not there, the window opens and then the window closes, and you have to be ready to go through through one of these portals. When people keep talking about portals, it's so annoying to me because they do not talk about how to prepare for the portal. They think that, well, I told you I'm on Instagram and YouTube and you're Black and I'm Black, so the portal's just going to grab you and suck you through, and on the other side you're just going to be great. No, excuse me, no, the fuck you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a rude ass awakening when you try to jump through something and that just will close like this. I thought it was open, for those who were ready, you know what I'm saying? But jumping through portals like Lionsgate, for me, 6 weeks in advance, you need to be getting ready. Otherwise, you're not serious.
Oh,
you got to treat these portals, serious. You got to treat these portals like these fine women that Hank got on his show. You can't just run up on them. You got to be ready. You got to come smelling good, looking good, feeling good. You got to have the right attitude. The whole thing is a vibe. So, but you can't just be up and just fall through there and your breath all stanky and be like, Lionsgate, let me come through.
Okay. No. Now you're a brilliant brother, man, because I can tell.
Now that's some master game right there. Did you hear how he just spit that?
Oh, hold on, Brock, let me bring you back. Let me bring you forward. Say that again, brother.
That's some masterful game right there. He weaved that in there so smooth. That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
Watermelon, y'all. It's the watermelon making them do it. Power to the watermelon.
And good seeing you, bro. I saw you in the Zoom the other day.
And listen, family, take note of the colors of the watermelon. red, black, and green. Bring it to the camera, brother Oye.
Ashe.
The colors of the watermelon is red, black, and green.
And this is seeded. Hold on, y'all want to see the seeds? Don't be thinking I'm down here eating.
I saw those big black seeds. I saw those big black seeds.
And see, and that's the secret. That's the secret of watermelon. Because how many minerals are in watermelon compared to sea moss? I don't know, but I know it's a lot. It's got to be a lot because it's not only thirst quenching, but it seems to restore electrolytes.
Don't forget about the bedroom pleasure that watermelon brings to the table.
Oh, I'm backing up. I'm backing up. I'm
We
backing
got-
up. What,
Hey, look.
what you talking about, OG? What you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about King Kong Strong and Niagara Falls in your drawers. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the brothers is looking for. Ladies, I don't know about y'all, but the brothers is looking for Niagara Falls, and ladies, they looking for King Kong Strong.
Okay, now listen, Oye.
Mhm.
What you gonna teach folks about mushrooms, man? What is a mushroom? What is a spore? Start from the 0 point,
Oh,
man.
look at him. Da-da-da. He ready.
Oh yeah, you ready, bro? You ready? What is a spore? What is a mushroom? And what is a shroom, my brother?
Your daddy's sperm was the spore print. Your mama's womb is the substrate. And you are the mushroom reproducing yourself so you can have a human experience.
Man, that's some psychedelic stuff you just said there. What you talking about, Willis?
And I said it sober too. You know what I'm saying? It's much different. It sounds a lot different on 5 grams or more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all sober today. I'm not even on a microdose. This all watermelon and chi energy right here.
Oh no!
All this time I thought you already had some. Okay.
This is the result of proper procedure and protocol dealing with myself. Because when I deal with the master teacher herself, the first master teacher, the mycelium network, which arrived on the planet 4 billion years ago. We just been here 1 billion years.
Now, who arrived 4 billion years ago?
The mycelium, the spore prints on the back of a meteorite.
The shrooms was riding a meteorite.
Yes. Now, just think about the travel path. Let's say, what part of New York you in, Brother Hank?
Man,
Brooklyn.
that sound like the mothership from the Funkadelics, man.
So you in Brooklyn, Brother Hank, what train do you have to catch to get to Coney Island? How many trains
used
you
to
got
be
to
the
catch?
D train. I think it's now, is it the Q? Baraka, is that the Q to go to Coney Island?
Yeah, the F train or the Q. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the D.
And these trains make stops, don't they, to drop things off and to pick people up, don't they?
Yeah. You get closer to the mic because it looks like Baraka's having a little trouble on the sound. If at all possible.
Or turn it up.
Yeah.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. Keep going. I'm listening. I can hear you.
Okay.
Let me try this
So
one.
go ahead, Oye, because
this
that was
better?
a nice description that you gave.
So this meteorite is coming through black now. Pause. Where'd you get this information, OE? From my teacher.
Oh, who's
From
that?
the man. Let me be clear. This is not no stowball. This ain't no self-talk. This is who initiated me the best he could in the little time that we spent together.
Yo, put it to the closer to the camera. So yeah, that is Master Kalindi Ayi, family. True acknowledgement and welcome him to the show. Yes.
Right. So it wouldn't be no story of these if he wouldn't have said, here's the map. Go look for yourself. Go look for yourself and explore and find out. He was very much like Malachi York. Don't believe me, check it out. Don't believe me, huh? I'm going to tell you the story. Then go check it out yourself. Then when you come back, it just be eye contact. You be like, You don't even really got to say nothing because it was more. He was only giving you like a piece of the story. So this meteorite is traveling through wormholes, traveling through galaxies, bouncing off of planets before it hits its destination. And the crazy part is our ancient ancestors sent this here before we came here.
Now, wait a minute.
Was
Oh,
the destination.
you just made me see. I just saw the spore driving the meteorite through these portholes, galaxies, and planets. So you're saying that the spore was driving the meteorite?
No, he wasn't driving. He was riding like this with his feet up in the
Oh, that's too cool. That's too cool.
He wasn't
must have been
driving.
listening to some parliament.
Hardcore parliament, some hardcore serious B parliament. He wasn't listening to regular P-Funk. He was listening to some Andromeda parliament. You know what I'm saying? Some Central Sun parliament. Wow. That's what he was listening to. And as Kalindi described it, so this goes into what I'm teaching Saturday. Unfortunately, we think that all our ancestors had trauma because we are conditioned to think that all Black people were slaves and that all Black people came over here on a slave ship.
Go ahead and teach.
Frankly, a lot of bullshit right there. So this ancestral healing has something to do with, we have ancestors older than the 500 years that we're trying to be programmed and stuck into. We have ancestors that are millions and millions of years old who have never experienced any trauma whatsoever. And they're trying to reach out to us, but we're blocked because we are out here lamenting and rolling around with the trauma-filled ancestors. Now, the trauma-filled ancestors do need help, but they're not the only ones out there that's available for us to connect with. You know,
exactly.
It's like you go to college. I went to North Carolina A&T State University, you know, Aggie Pride. Why would I try to just stalk one girl the whole 4 years I was there? It's a plethora. It's a whole plethora of options that you could choose. But we've been programmed to choose the ones who have, look, he said, Ashe, he know about he know about that historical Black university experience and the goddess.
That's right. Lincoln University.
Talking about Spelman.
all of that. All of that. Bennett College, Winston-Salem,
Morgan
University, Morgan,
Hampton,
Central. We could run the whole thing down. I love them all. And the sisters that attended, sure enough, and their mamas that got them ready for me too. And I apologize if I sent them back to you in a different form, Mom. I'm sorry, but it just happened. They ran into me at that point. But anyway, back to the story before Barack would get me in trouble. So we have these ancestors. Our local ancestors is what I call them. I call them.
Bringing this up, this is crucial, brother. Family, listen close to what he's saying. He's saying don't make yourself victimized, or don't weaponize being a victim. Don't weaponize victimhood. This is what you're saying, Oye. Am I right?
100%, because when you are a victim, you're trapped in what is called the oppression trap triangle.
Hey, listen, not only that, my sister Miss Bliss said, and you got me excited, how we get stuck in a loop. And in shamanic journeys, you can get stuck in a loop. So what you're saying, Oye, is about the loop, the victim loop, the loop.
Pause right there. Pause. We might this might be it. This might be the end of the show right here. Everybody keeps talking about breaking ancestral curses. Mm-hmm. But if you keep doing the same victim loop that your mama and her mama was in, you break no curse. So your mother thought she only could tap into trauma, and so she passed down ancestral debris. Everybody in the chat type in ancestral debris. Your last name, my last name is Carter. I know some Browns, some Moores, some Johnsons. You inherited your last name, which is your key to your lineage, but you also inherited the debris. Yeah. You inherited the trauma. Yeah. It's still there, and it's disguised in the Bible called the sins of the father. Now I gotta go. Now I go. Hold on. Now I gotta go to my other teacher. Pause. Let's go to my.
Let me bring you up. Hold on.
No, you're not putting out Reverend Ike.
Oh, yes,
Reverend
you are.
Ike,
And he's a
in
sad.
Harlem, New York City.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
I'm
I
not
am.
scared of y'all. I said I'm not scared. I'm not
Yes,
scared. I'm not
I am
scared.
scared of you.
I'm not scared. I'm not.
Special
How you
shout out.
want it?
Bernie
How you
Mac.
want it? How you want it? Which way you
love,
want it?
joy, happiness, success, and lots of money.
That's right.
Now,
Reverend Ike was a mass hypnotist.
Reverend Ike.
And we better be too.
Reverend Ike taught me the word for sin. So sin is an English word. We know sin. We know English is no ancient language. So before it was sin, it was called hamartia. And hamartia is when me and Baraka in the last lifetime, we'll be out there shooting bow and arrows way down 200-300 yards. And if I miss the whole thing, the person down there will yell out, hamartia, which only meant to miss the mark.
Wow.
So when they said you were born into sin, remove sin and put you were born missing the mark. You weren't born with no something that you can't adjust. They was only telling you you missed it so you could adjust your aim.
Yo, that is colonial Christianity, if there ever is any. That is slave version, bent and twisted. From the Ethiopian Bible, they made a colonized Bible. They took the 20 books out to show you that ye are God's children of the one most high, and made a colonial version of the Bible to break souls and carry the ancestral debris one generation to a next. Brother OE, Master OE, keep dropping it, brother. You make
Yo, Hank, we gotta start inviting Reverend Ike to join the show with us.
Oh man, let's do it right now. We say, I am within me, I am within we. We ask Reverend Ike, Master Sonata, Master Dr. Sabi, Master Kalindi Ayi, Master Mycologist, Dr. George Washington Carver, Harriet Tubman, John Brown, Nat Turner, Geronimo, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, White Buffalo Calf Woman, all of them to be on our show. Ashe.
Ashe. All day.
Oh yeah, you on the roll, brother.
So this sin, the sins of the father, you can say return to sender. You get a piece of mail and you don't really like it, you can just write RTS on it. That's a ritual. Now, for the sins that most of us have inherited from our misinformed ancestors. See, we too proud. You never learn nothing if you too proud. My ancestors, I'm proud of them, but they were misinformed. Wow. And then this is the part where I don't have his picture right here, but he everywhere around here. Dr. Mitchell Gibson, Tybro, TYBRO.com. When your ancestors passed, they took with them what they had. So if my father died of cancer and pneumonia, he took cancer and pneumonia with him to the ancestral realm. And to think that a person would leave here and get a fresh start shows that your mind is still Christian colonized. A lot of us left the church, but your mind was colonized so well that you kept their habits. You stopped using their name, but you kept using their habits. You kept believing that you only had one life. You kept believing that once somebody died, you couldn't get in contact with them. You kept believing that there was only heaven, hell, only two options. I was talking to this fool on Clubhouse yesterday saying magic is based off of polarity. You must be an idiot. There's no way you can count the ends of magic. Magic is something that's unbound and came before time. So how could you know that magic got a polarity? Are you serious? But he read it from a sober book.
So, you know what? Wait, hold on now. So what you're saying, really, you're saying the modern day religions have been colonized to keep the suppression of the divine Nubian man and woman.
Memory.
All the religions, the major Abrahamic religions have been colonized.
The memory. They just want your memory. They don't need your soul. They need you to keep your soul so you can still be connected to God's energy. But when you come down here with free will, now they can manipulate your mind so you can just take the soul and do foolishness with it, like we see all over the place because of the mental health issue that we have.
So, is this why they're afraid? The major religions are afraid of psychedelics because it might free you from the mental slavery. Is that what you're saying, brother?
You're gonna get your memory back. You're gonna get your memory back when you take mushrooms. What I tell people when we come do high doses of mushrooms, your mind is the most lyingest thing you'll ever meet, right in between your ears. And it's as long as you're sober, it's giving off lies and trying to convince you of a lie. But when you take mushrooms at a higher dose than 5 grams, it's like your mind's mouth is duct tape and you get to see the truth for 6 hours. That's what Kalindi called Disneyland. You get to duct tape the liar because your mind is doing a job. This is Sister Myra. Sister Myra taught me about people standing in a place that they ought not. Pretending. These colonizers are pretending that they have power over you. They're pretending they're in a place they should not be. And your mind is doing a responsibility that has replaced your instincts which are in your abdominal brain in your stomach. So when you eat mushrooms, they don't go up. You ain't never swallowed nothing and it went up. You swallow when it goes down. So when you fast before you eat mushrooms, it goes down to your abdominal brain as if you turned your car in to get it inspected at the Volvo shop.
So this is bringing up memories of the Willie Lynch files, where they put terror in the woman so that she has to feel that she has to be independent of the man, because the strongest man is stretched and ripped apart in front of the woman. So she instills fear into the children because she has to be independent because the black man has been conquered.
How'd they get the fear into her, Hank? What was the portal that they used? See, this is where it happens at. The 3/5 compromise was not about counting slaves as 3/5 of a person. The 3/5 compromise was the white man, the Masonic European colonizers saying, I'm going to let you keep 3 of your senses and I'm going to control the other 2, what you see and what you hear. So the black woman is one of the most ferocious beings on planet Earth. She is the shit. She's the most powerful. So how in the world could she get down off of her instinctual to kill everybody out there? She could have screamed one time and killed everybody out there. They went through her eyes. They went through her eyes and ears to trap her mind. They went through her eyes and her ears. Then they went through her mouth and gave her bad food. That's what the 5% lessons was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Why do we worship the devil? He gives us nothing. He gives us nothing. He's controlling the way we consumed it. So when you take back control of how you were consuming bad medicine, all of a sudden the cells in your body have a chance to restore themselves because they never forget. Your DNA code is attached to the DNA code of the magic mushrooms. You take the mushrooms and lay on the floor on a dark Saturday night or Friday night. You get up in the morning, you be like, my God, I'm God. This is crazy. Is this how this works?
You know, this is deep, brother, because I know several women who have spiritual gifts and their mothers and their parents said, oh, you got a witch riding your back. You wasn't out of your body. Oh, that's devilish. When they show gifts and then in older age, or what they do because they don't know how to integrate it, the parents instill fear into their spiritually gifted children. They instill fear. So when they do face nature's plants liberators, they literally become fearful of the plant kingdom's potency. Brother, go ahead. Oh, you talk about it.
In New York, they got some bad chess masters out there on the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll never beat one of them until you first acknowledge that his skill is better than yours. You'll never beat the dude on the other side of the chessboard until you want. Because at the end, after you lose as an opponent, what do? You just shake his hand and be like, "Good game. I learned a lot." Everything you said is proof of the great marketing the colonizer has.
Yeah.
If I tell my child who has a gift, who's showing it, who's on point, and I start trying to diminish it and saying, cut that out, that's not real. I got to give credit to the marketer. I call him the sinister. I call him the sinister. I don't use the word, I don't use white man, systemic racism. All that to me is a fucking excuse. But because we have magic now. The sinister has magic and we have magic.
Yeah.
The sinister's magic is above systemic racism. Our magic collectively, 10 or 20 of us could bring down systemic racism. We could bring down white supremacy because magic is stronger than both of those. So when you hear people talking with a confined mind that's suffering from severe amnesia because they have no IP, which is not intellectual property, is indigenous practices. They don't have any indigenous practices to free their mind. They repeat the marketing of the sinister.
Yeah, that's called cognitive dissonance, family, where you see the truth, but you've been enslaved, mentally enslaved so long that when the truth shines like the daylight sun that you've never seen, you lose your rabbit ass mind. Am I right,
indeed.
Master Oye?
And then you want to fight somebody for your limitations. Then you want to fight them. You say, hey, man, you know, this is
fear to your fear.
What are you hold on? I'm trying to be asleep and pretend I'm asleep. I need you to stop touching my bunk or stop shaking my leg or asking me to come over here and break bread with you and eat watermelon with you and have Tantra with you or do some mushrooms or even smoke a joint or something. I only want you to invite me to another nightmare. I only want to move from one nightmare to another nightmare to another nightmare. And me personally, I'm sick of it. And Spirit is tired of it and has called me to do what I'm doing. I'm on a mission and I would rather go out here and fail in the mission than not try. But I'm not going to fail.
What you're saying, really, brother, is you have a form of calcification, which is a wicked form of crystals in your psyche that has to be broken. This is deep. This is deep, brother.
In terms of being stuck, brother.
Fear, brother.
Master Oye.
Fear to make somebody want to hold on to the devil instead of the freedom of divinity. Ooh. Go ahead, Baraka. What'd you say?
Master Oye, what you just described in terms of people who want to fight to stay in the nightmare, is that similar to what we were talking about earlier, astrologically, in terms of the fixed signs? Is that the same concept?
No, because I can break that. I can break that. You can break that if you choose to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Like, to be quote unquote stuck into that thing is to say I'm sitting in the chair here by the beach. But to get up and go to the water is a choice. If you want to get up out that chair right now and go to the water, the reason you haven't gotten in the water is because you're still choosing to sit where you are now. So the fixed sign, I can't change the chart. But who you are, oh yeah, 100%.
Now who's this brother that ended up in the stream? Who that? Who that?
That's my man. He hit the wrong link. He hit the link to
what's happening, bro? What you doing here? What's your name? Say your name, brother. Say your name.
How y'all doing? It's Bill One. Dope nerd.
All right, brother. You magically materialized right into the camera action.
He do look like some kind of fucking.
He look like a genie,
magician or something.
Yeah, like he's half materialized. You see his baseball cap, y'all, disappearing and reappearing. He's there. He isn't there. We're talking about black magic, y'all. This is black magic.
This is one of my business partners. So everybody on my business team, they can see my stuff in my back office. So he probably saw the link. It's the link below this one, bro. So you can leave and then hit the other link to go to the YouTube page.
You can hang out because you look like a genie, man, and we need some magic up in here.
Oh, he loves the word genie. He loves the word genie.
No, he looked like a genie. I don't know him from a can of paint, but the brother looks like a genie.
You got to rub him right though. You got to rub him right though, Hank. You got
Listen,
to.
you got to stick with that Tantra, brother. We're gonna have to get the sisters to rub you, brother. I'm sorry. You know, special shout out to Nikki Monty. Yeah, Miss Bliss, rub him down. That's a genie right there. Put your hands up, sister. Give him a rub down.
Yes, indeed.
He's open for all of that. Look at that. Look at Miss Bliss coming over here. She just giving it up too. Look at her.
I thought this was a family program.
Grown family. Grown family.
Grown family. All right.
Yeah, he is a genie. Special shout out to Nikki Monty. She's listening. And the house is packed tonight with all kinds of comments. Y'all got so many comments. I can't even list them. But y'all can see it in the chat now and in the future. I mean, our family is hilarious. Y'all are funny and colorful. Let me tell you.
He ain't lied right there, boy. If he ain't said nothing right there, funny and colorful is good descriptions, boy.
And now you want to get him on some shrooms, brother?
100%.
Apollo night on Wednesday for all times.
Yeah. Big shouts out to those of you who did catch the 8-8 last night. There was a lot of folks. It was a lot of mushrooms consumed last night across the country. Whoa. I just want to let you know it was a lot of weight went down last night because you can collectively do something. So like if this is the problem, this is the astrological problem that a lot of people face, which is what I'm going to be teaching on Saturday and Sunday. That's why it's a 2-day class. I can't even put it all in one day. Will you please stop licking my feet? Move, little nigga. Go ahead. Good.
You got a cat or a dog, bro?
Dog. That's a dog.
And he's a house.
Oh, look at him.
Hold
on. We got to bring you up front, man. I'm an animal lover, man. Look how cute he is. He look a little bit like you, man.
Anybody in Atlanta who's looking to do some babysitting for a few days, you just hit me up, and I got something for you. Right, got dog food, leash, cage, bed, all that ready to go. Just let me know. Pull up, hurry up, and pull up too. We can get them out. Look, I'm giving up a gram of mushrooms to take with you. Take him and a couple of mushrooms with you because you're gonna need it.
So
wait, are you saying that you giving that dog mushrooms, man?
No, I'm saying you're gonna need some mushrooms when you take them with you. You're gonna need some. I'm giving you the mushrooms. I'm giving you the mushrooms to take them with you. Huh?
Any volunteers?
Oh, it's some volunteers, I'm sure. I've seen the chat. I know good and well there's some volunteers that's trying to pull up right now.
Oh, listen, I want to put up these graphics. Brother, you did your graphics yourself?
I did not. I have an amazing virtual assistant over in the Philippines named Alpha, who is being trained to become my chief operations officer. He just turned 22 years old. And we ran his
awesome graphics, brother.
Oh, he's nasty. And the thing is, I gave him creative freedom. I sent him some pictures, and I was like, "Let's go get it." And I let him go do his thing. He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. We ran his human design chart. We ran his gene keys chart. We ran his genes report chart. Like everybody on my team. I have a Psychonaut team. He's the only one that hasn't done mushrooms yet. So I'm like Steve Jobs. If you're afraid to be a psychonaut, then we can't make no money together.
I don't mean to get into my personal masturbation tantra, but when I remember when I was a little child, I remember the first time I had an orgasm, I had on a diaper and I was climbing a sliding board in the park and my thighs rubbed together and I felt this burst of pleasure and bliss. And I was like, oh, I didn't know how to curse, but I felt so good. I just slid back down the slide. And then I said, I got to have that again. So I remember I was in a diaper and I started crawling up the slide again. Pow! It happened again. I was like, oh, and I slid down the slide. What's the connection between eating watermelon and orgasm, brother Oye?
Lord have mercy, y'all. I thought this was a child-friendly channel.
What a setup. Boy, you got me right there.
Hey, listen, it's an intimate connection, man. It's an intimate connection.
It's a very intimate connection, but I also, speaking of Tantra and speaking of the great words of Sunyata Saraswati, and I want to use this to clear this up, a little bit. This is an exact quote. The amount of sex in Tantra could fill a thimble that you put on your pinky. So for everyone who hears the word Tantra and think it's 99% sex, you're 99% incorrect. There's some all the powerful stuff that you're getting from Tantra, you're getting it from a thimble. A thimble. That's why it must be a lifestyle. You are a life bioform being. You must take and infuse Tantra into your entire essence. Tantra is the original sovereignty. That's why the Bays and the L's and all the Moors and all the paperwork got it wrong. They don't have any Tantra. They don't have any love. They have no emotional connection. You have to be spiritually sovereign before you can go fill out some paperwork and try to make somebody respect you when you ain't even spiritually sovereign yourself.
Whoa,
Thank you for saying that. Because a lot of people think Tantra is 99% about sex. And I'm so grateful for you saying that.
You know, that is powerful what you said, Master Oye. That is powerful, brother.
I'm gonna go fill some paperwork out. They aren't gonna respect me. They can. J Electronica say your energy is so unfamiliar. I don't. You ain't coming here sounding like no king. Here go my big thing right here. Lion know him lion. Eagle know him eagle. Pig know him pig. The pig don't gotta come and tell you. You know I'm a pig. You know I'm a lion. So let me tell you I'm a lion. So why are you telling somebody that you sovereign? That means you really not. You're really not. Miss Bliss is not saying, I'm fine and I'm soft. Her energy is speaking for her. She just sitting there. She just talking about something else. Her energy is speaking it about how I will approach her.
Wow. You know, this is making me, while you speaking of this, and I'll say in reference to Baraka, Deborah, you know, I'm thinking about the Wachuma, that turbo condensed supercharged San Pedro that I just came off the mountain from. Baraka, what experience did you have from the entheogen called Wachuma or San Pedro? What happened to your world?
Yo, so I gotta say that Wachuma, I did the ceremony a little over maybe about 6 weeks ago, give or take. And it was my first introduction to any grandfather medicine. So I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. But, bruh, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still integrating what happened that night. But I am for sure stepping into my divine self. Memories from childhood started resurfacing. Even a smell came back. Blew my mind. It's just truly amazing. But you know, I'm working it out with my family. You know what I mean? And I'm taking my wife and my children. We going to climb that mountain to get some of that Wachuma. But essentially, what I would say is that the effect is that the part of me, and I think we all have a part, that part that that Master Oyi just mentioned, that part that wants to be asleep, you know, that part is being laid to rest. And the divine spark that is Baraka is stepping forward.
Whoa. Thank you for putting it like that. So you know what you're saying, Master Oyi. You are literally, it reminds me of the movie, what was it? It was one of the recent of the Planet of the Apes series where they had the one called Caesar gave a chemical activator that took the wild ass chimpanzees who were neurologically out of their rabbit ass minds and super activated their DNA to divinity. Because, you know, that's how they do stuff like that in the movies. This reminds me, because Wachuma, it seemed like it activated my heart chakra, bro, but not in the sense of saying, oh, sweet Lord, sweet Lord. It was like somebody turned on the thunder, turbocharged, compassionate, I don't give a fuck energy within my heart that radiated for hundreds and hundreds of miles. So saying that, Special acknowledgement to Shaman Oswald, Shaman Joanna, for and also Steve and the whole Wachuma group coming to the point of psychedelics. If you take the right entheogens, do you literally become Master Oyi, a Superman or Superwoman?
No, not naturally. No, you have to put some work in it. Superman had to have discipline. Spider-Man had to have discipline. Iron Man had to have discipline. Professor X had to have discipline. All these are stories about black men and women. Storm, Shadow, all of these are superhero black people stories. Wakanda's, you have to have discipline. You couldn't run Wakanda and you didn't have no discipline. So no, you can't just take some watermelons. As we like to look at it, some people can take some entheogens and still choose to do Woodstock. And then you got people like me in the audience that I'm talking to right now. Then you're ready to do Wakanda, where you really going to dive deep into the tech. This is tech. We really need to stop calling it psychedelics and entheogens and call it what it is. It's technology. It's tech.
I agree 100%.
It's tech. It's really, like my man Bill Wan, is Bitcoin, BTC. BTC stands for business, tech, culture. That's what entheogens are. It gives you new business ideas. It gives you the tech to load it up, and then it puts you in a new culture where now you got some money to move on and do God's work. Because you're going to need a budget to do God's work. You can't be out here broke talking about, I want to do God's work. What you talking about?
I want to have 5 wives, but I ain't got a nickel.
Exactly.
Yo, you got to have a budget?
You gotta have a budget. What organization? Hey, look behind you at them buildings, them hotels that you're looking at. They all have a budget.
No doubt.
Every successful business on planet Earth is not afraid of budgets, and they need a bigger budget so they can deliver more.
That's the Reverend Knight coming out right there.
100%.
Yo, but it's the truth. Listen, I came off that mountain from Wachuma, and I upgraded my crystal Metatron Sumerian bracelets. Look at this, family. This is prototype.
That's not close enough. What the hell is that? That look like mine. Did I leave that over there? I remember I was over there yesterday.
Nice.
Hey, brother Hank.
Yo, this is Sumerian technology.
I didn't know I left that
crystal
over there.
Magnetic energy for the bloodstream, and I'm testing it. Okay, but what Master Oyi is saying is, whatever your inner gifts are, you have to still work at it. You know, there was an elder named Roland Blackcloud, Hampton Rocard. He's an ancestor now. And when I asked him the question at Brooklyn Museum, what is love? You know what his response was? He said, love is work. And that's the same thing you're saying, Master Oyi. This is about being on the grind.
Love is a verb. Love is a verb. That's why women say, show me. When you say you love a woman, the first thing she say is, show me. She want to see some work. She wants to see the verb in the sentence. That's if she's a wise woman now. It's some women that have not reached wisdom yet. I want to say this too so I can rock the boat a little bit more. Having a vagina don't make you wise either. Having a vagina don't make you feminine either, okay? You can be very masculine with a vagina, just like you can have a penis and be very feminine.
Oh boy, don't we know about that?
You know, and that's what you're doing. You're being outside of nature, which goes back to the class this weekend. How you gonna heal your ancestors if you're not in line with nature, the regular you? What about just the regular you before you start trying to be better than Bobby Hemmett? Ain't gonna be another Phil Valentine. Ain't gonna be another Malachi York. It's only gonna be who you are. And let me give Baba Kalindi's final prophecy, because now some of y'all are late. This is what another reason. Baba Kalindi said, at the end of 2022, all bets are off. Whatever superpowers you have, they will be coming online. So some of you have been fiddly fucking around since January, and now you hear this information. You missed the proper use of the Lion's Gate, and now you hear me talking about you got 4 more months. But here's the crazy part. If your superpowers come online, that doesn't mean your life gonna get better. It might mean that your life may be filled with more trauma 10x. because you lack discipline, and now somebody gave you a loaded gun. Now I said you out here with a broke Mac that don't spray right.
It's lacking discipline, and you got to put in the work. You also have to be able to request guidance and assistance. You have to know that you're a student, so that someone is available to show you the way and to teach you and educate you so you can grow. We're always a student. We're always looking to learn. And that's
what she just reminded y'all was the secret key that most people don't have to unlocking their higher selves, which is humility. See, the number one disease, it's a spiritual practice. It's a spiritual practice. Hank, do you know what the number one spiritual practice is in America right now?
No, what's that?
This is more people doing this than Catholics, Hoteps, Jews, Gentiles, Muslims. This group is bigger than all of them put together. Guess what it is, Hank?
What is it, brother?
It's the spiritual practice of saying, let me pretend that I'm okay.
Oh, shoot.
Let me pretend that I don't need no teacher, and let me pretend that I got it figured out.
Oh, shoot.
It is the number one spiritual practice in North America, from Alabama, Miami, New York, Connecticut, LA, Bug Tussle, wherever, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Stedman, where I represent. They're all pretending I'm good, and you ain't. You ain't. You got all type of chaos running through your on a cellular level, but your mind will let you tell a lie, misuse your throat chakra, and now you put that bad magic, not black magic or white magic, you put that bad magic on yourself. And now there's a conflict. There's a conflict between your throat chakra and what your cells are telling you.
Ooh.
And the body never lies. One more time, the body never lies. And so most diseases that we get, that we take with us as ancestors to the other side, was us ignoring what signals was coming from us on a cellular level.
Yeah,
you know what
it doesn't matter the system. And see, then black people, you want so many this is why you gotta study human design, because there's so many manifesting generators out here that skip steps.
Yeah.
So many black manifesting generators that love to skip steps. They got all this power. They throat is hooked to their sacral. Their words become bond so much faster, but they misuse it because they'll get in the hole and then they want to use it as dynamite to be like, oh, I'll just go ahead and say something even more outlandish. No, the hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But you walking around here don't even know you a manifesting generator, and you don't know the difference between a reflector and a can of soda.
Yo, I've said this before. We have to acknowledge that colonization and the breaking of the family from the civil rights bills of the 60s has created a community of dysfunctional junkyard of wounded souls caked with grease and dying from heart attack, stroke, and diabetes.
Amnesia.
We have become, from the compromise of the civil rights, breaking the economic backbone of our community by way of false integration and the misdirection of Martin Luther King's movement. We have become, from the civil rights of the 60s, the women were paid to kick the man out of the house. We have become a dysfunctional junkyard of wounded souls from the civil rights era and the integration. That's my opinion. And this time I'm the 64th cycle going around the sun. And before Martin Luther King Jr. got smoked, he said, oops, I led my people into a burning house.
Yes.
I can't do nothing but this right here. Ain't no use of me saying nothing.
I mean, and should we even talk about the people who don't want to take or embrace the medicine that you're offering and would rather go to the hospital and take that other medicine, if you get what I mean?
Some people, let's get sadder than that. How about you don't want to take mushrooms, you don't want to go to the hospital, you just want to watch YouTube videos and learn from YouTube University? That's even worse.
That too.
Or you I love herbalists. I love healing on all levels. My particular study is very vast on all of these particular things. But we live in a country, we're the leading country of addictions. There's nobody that leads addictions, and everyone's addicted to, I'm right, I don't need no help. And there's only one way for it to go, and that's by drinking elderberry juice. Or I'm gonna put sea moss on everything. Sea moss can't add no commas to your bank account. Okay, can't. You know, it's not happening. Like, it's got its uses, but it can't do everything. Like mushrooms can't do everything. Astrology can't do everything. You are the center of your being. You have to pull it and connect it together. That's what the Ankh is. There's three components going on. This is a symbol of electromagnetism. It has nothing to do with ancient Egypt. This is a symbol of electromagnetism. And if you grab it like a grown man or a grown woman, then you get some currency flowing through you. But we just want to stay divided, giving credit again to the sinister. He's done a great job of us arguing against ourselves, one another. When I look in my mirror and see my reflection over there, the divine doesn't need to be separated. I'm at a point now, Baba Hank, I don't fuck with nobody talking about divine feminine and divine masculine. I get you, because you ain't took enough mushrooms. Because once you take enough mushrooms, you said there ain't no division. So I can tell what you're talking about, how you really don't know, because you ain't took enough mushrooms yet. You ain't took enough mushrooms because you still think that they're separate. Divine feminine over here. Divine masculine, you stay over there. Both of y'all is really down here. You ain't talking about nothing high level. You're very surface. The catastrophe that we're at right now is the surface level conversation. Nobody's having nothing high level, and nobody's having nothing that's going deep. That's why I'm calling it a think tank. It's a think tank. I'm only looking for people who want to do higher level thinking. If you don't want to do no higher level thinking, that's why Brother Hank can hit me and I'm answering the phone on the second ring, or I'm calling him back within an hour, period. Or I'm texting him, getting down to the get down. You know why? Because he's about his. If you ain't about yours, why would I want you even to be anywhere? Because now that stuff could roll over on me. I want to get some of the contagious good luck that Baba Hank is getting. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that in my network. We're not using no discernment. We don't use discernment anymore. We want everything. We want to just continue to pretend like I already got it. You know, I know somebody that asked you this, Hank, like 50 times. Well, Hank, I heard you the other day talking about that experience you had on the Wachuma. What if I do that naturally? Don't you sometimes just want to say, nigga, dang, why don't you try it and see? Yo, I bet you it ain't the same. I bet you it ain't the same.
How about give me the medicine, I'll do it myself.
Oh, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
I almost walked out the building on that one, Hank, but I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here.
How many of our folks think that they can take let me do it myself? Yeah, how many times have I heard that?
We have
just give me that and I'll do it myself. That's almost like saying, after hearing Chuck Berry play the guitar, give me that guitar and I'll play it myself. Or hearing Logic Kamara playing the djembe and say, let me go buy a djembe and I'll do it myself.
Right.
We live in that. We live in the generation of do-it-yourselfers. Everybody's a do-it-yourselfer.
Oh yeah.
People like what Brother Oye was saying about, you know, astrology can't solve it all. Mushrooms can't solve it all. We mechanics. These are tools.
Yes.
These are tools that we use. It's a tool that's in your tool belt, in your tool bag. You know what I mean? And you pull out what you need in that moment.
Yes.
Not enough people understand mechanics.
Exactly.
Definitely not quantum mechanics.
Yeah. Master Oye, you rock the house, brother.
I rock the house with this genie. Everybody in here, like, you rub him the right way. I told you, if you rub him right, he'll damn puff some smoke up and give you some jewels. You know what I'm saying? He was just sitting over there in the cut. And then he just You got to put them the right way, man. And that's what
I have a question, or I need you to explain human design for the family. Just layman terms, nothing complicated. Exactly what is human design? And how do you help people find out what their human design is? Whew.
Oh, we going deep, y'all. Buckle your seatbelt.
Now, we always talk about mechanics. I want to qualify myself first that I've been studying astrology for over 20 years under Master Myra Moss for the last 15 years. Studied with a lot of other super masters. So when I say I'm a master astrologer speaking this and saying it, and I'm a 3-5, which means I've test driven anything that I'm talking about. If I don't know it, then I'm not mentioning nothing. So as an astrologer, a lover of astrology keeps these lights on. That's my art of war. I like to describe astrology as my marijuana, cards of your destiny is my crack, and human design is my heroin.
Damn.
And gene keys is my opium. So the gene keys came out of the human design. Human design is part astrology, part I Ching, and part nine energy centers, right? Instead of 7. The big thing is you can still keep your sun sign, but all 7 billion people are in one of 4 categories. And these 4 categories are projectors, generators, manifestors, and reflectors.
Wow. Special shout out to Master Sirius, my Tantra teacher. He was speaking about this just today, man. Thank you, brother. I'm listening to you, OE. I'm just giving acknowledgement to the audience.
Right. Thank you. And as when you go into this, it's very important to know that these 4 styles come along with 4 strategies. So we know that in astrology, there's 4 fire signs, and there's 3 fire signs, 3 water signs, 3 air signs, 3 earth signs, right? Mm-hmm. And then we know there's kind of strategies for like how Tauruses move, but there really isn't. There really isn't a strategy for Tauruses. There really isn't a strategy that works. I don't care whether it's Vedic, all the systems, I done seen them all. There's no one strategy for these all 12 signs. But these 4 categories, there is a strategy for each one. And in my opinion, which I have said this because my degree from North Carolina A&T State University, if I have to put that up here, I'm a professional historian. This is where I was trained to study and research history. And I have found nothing, including Tantra, including mushrooms, that's going to help us as much as the strategy of human design, because you have to know who you are. Who you are means what's my strategy. If you are a generator, your strategy is to wait to respond. If you're a projector, your strategy is wait for the invitation. If you're a manifester, your strategy is to inform. How many black women always black people saying, I'm gonna manifest this, I'm gonna manifest that. No, you're not. The word manifest means to inform. And you still using the iPhone 3. Okay? Stop using the iPhone 3. Just upgrade. Stop beta testing that. It doesn't work anymore. You need an upgraded processing system in order to do heavier calculations. The times that are coming, the calculations are going to get heavier. They're not going to get lighter. So you're going to have to upgrade your processor. And then the reflector, he has to wait 28 days before he decides on something. Now, most all black melanated people have been taught one thing: hustle, 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 get my money, hustle, hustle, hustle. The hustler is the generator, and he makes up 70%, he or she makes up 70% of the planet Earth. So 10% of 7 billion is 700 million. So then you multiply that times 7. So 4.9 4.9 billion people, right around 5 billion people are generators. They make the money. This is why when you learn this, you stop hating on the matrix. Generators built the matrix so we could move around in it. The problem is not a problem with the matrix. It's a problem with you not knowing how to get around. If I get lost on the train in New York, it ain't the train's fault. It's me because I don't know the system like Baba Hank does. Baba Hank ain't gonna never get lost on the train because he like, oh, that's easy. Catch the Q to the R, get off right here, walk up 2 blocks, cross the street, da-da-da-da-da. You have to understand the lay of the land and what is the strategy you were born with that you are not even aware of. But we so color struck because human design was channeled down through a white man, in my opinion, for black people. It couldn't have came to a black person because nobody could have held it. Niggas would have fucked it up. I'm gonna just say it like that. This white man had some bread, he had some cameras, he had some technology to record it for the world because then he saw the division in astrology. You got a tropical astrology person getting in a fight with a Vedic person who's now also want to fight. Whoever wins that one, you got to fight the sidereal person. Then you got to fight the 13 sign person. All this freaking division and ain't nobody working together. So he put one system together and he included the I Ching, which is our system too, because the Chinese are our children. This is a oracle system that who uses it? Asar Set, Ra'un Nefer Man. He uses it. He knows. His students know. If you know about the I Ching. So now you don't put the I Ching together with the planets with these 4 strategies. And the deconditioning is what human design addresses first, which is just like mushrooms. You must decondition first. Deconditioning is part of the integration. I must take away this foolishness that's been going on in my life before I can put something else in it. Elijah Muhammad said, if you put the clean cup beside the dirty cup, even the savage will take the clean cup. We must put a clean cup on the table, but don't fight with the people who, are less than savages in their behavior. I don't hate people. I hate their misbehavior because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Look at go type in human design chart, free human design chart. You can go to several places and get them. I particularly like to go to mybodygraphs.com. I don't know if it has an S on it or not. It might just be my body graph, but no S, mybodygraph.com. And then you can look it up there. You can go to other sites and get it, but you're going to need to get a reading from someone to get comprehension. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of middle-aged white women who have it locked down. They're making buku money. Their consciousness is way higher than most of the people that I'm around, but they are so afraid that you'll learn it and then run off with it, which we will, because I learned it and I'm running off with it.
How about those in the audience that say, I'll do it myself?
Good luck with that. That's the same thing as they say that they're the same person who will represent themselves in a court case. And they say a person who has represents himself has a fool for a client. It's all good. Go have open heart surgery by yourself too.
Yeah. I'll do this fibroid removal by myself. Somebody give me a razor.
Go ahead. Take your tonsils out by yourself too. How about a simple toothache, you bad mother sucker? It's okay. Why don't you go ahead and get the wisdom tooth out with your bad self? Why don't you put what would happen to your teeth then, since you could do everything by yourself? Why you ain't fix that? So I just tell them just to miss me with the BS, man. Like I said, this 2022, another prophecy from Baba Kalindi. We all know that history repeats itself. What was going on 100 years ago? The Roaring 20s. It's back. It's back.
Yeah.
The depression is back. The recession is back.
Yeah. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear?
It's
back.
It's the
Talk
truth
about it.
The Roaring 20s. And guess who's going to lead the way? This is why I have such a beef with Black women's behavior, because it was the behavior of women that changed the Roaring 20s. They started smoking cigarettes and wearing pants. Those 2 acts changed everything. That's what broke the thing down. So now Women, it's going to be on y'all again. Everything is aimed at y'all to see what y'all going to pick up and run off with. Are y'all going to run off with the metaverse? Because if the black woman doesn't run off with the metaverse, it's not happening. Are y'all going to run off with blockchain technology? If the black woman's not going to pick it up, it's not going to run off with it. But she's going to run off with it because they're going to try to pressure her and show her the advantages through finances, not spiritual. I don't have a problem with nobody getting no money. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is the same as the New York Stock Exchange. I love what money does for me. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk bad about money, but money's like a sophisticated woman. If you don't know how to treat her, she will leave you. And that's why people don't, they get it, but they can't keep it because they can't keep a regular relationship in their own life. Why don't you take some mushrooms and see what this bullshit that's holding you back so you can get rid of that? Then use a little bit of magic so you can have a better relationship with money, yourself, your mama, your ancestors, and the person that's bringing you to orgasmic bliss. But no,
wait, mushrooms do all of that?
All of that. All of that.
And then some.
And we said together. And then some.
And
you got to do it with your hand. And then some.
And then some.
And then some.
And the comprehension level of human design is too much for you to try and do on your own. Human design will make you feel stupid.
Stupid. And you will throw it down. I had it in 2010, 7 years. 7 years I walked around that bad boy like 7 years. Just moving around.
And Master Oye, for all those in the audience that's ignorant and think that they can do it themselves, what happens to a person on 15 grams of mushrooms with no experience saying they're going to do it by themselves? And I'm going to bring you front and center. Tell those arrogant fools what will happen on taking on that mothership without any reference or experience.
He leads me right to the point that mushrooms are feminine. They are connected directly to nature. Some days nature has a nice breeze that's coming through, a nice shade that's comforting for you, a correct temperature you really like. She's blessing you because you're being respectful. Mushrooms will bless you if you be respectful. But if you want to come out here and jump on 15 grams and you ain't done nothing before that and you want to try it by yourself, you're going to get the other side of nature. Hurricanes, typhoons, just calamity is your future, okay? And she going to be on that head. She going to, like my grandma said, she roped that head like okra. She is not going to get off of you until it's over. And you will have respect. The people who think they can do things themselves, those people have no respect. I don't even try to teach you no more. I'm not even going to tell you because she got something for you that she can show you that once you ran past my warning, some people say, oh, he's just a gatekeeper. He just sits for people. I also give the warning. I give you the warning. When I used to sell dope, you can ask my man. Yo, it's hot over here on such and such street. Stay off that block. If you go over to that block and you get popped, it wasn't on me. I told you. If you go in there on 15 grams, shit, if you go in on 7 or 9 grams your first time by yourself and you ain't seen nobody and you don't know no protocol, nothing like that, that woman is going to retaliate and you have no means of calling anyone on her. Somebody break out my windshield, I got somebody I can call. You disrespect mushrooms at a high dose, can't call nobody. But this is why I say just be respectful. Be respectful in what will she do for you. She'll give you the world. She'll bring it right to your feet. She'll put you in perfect alignment. She'll remove those traumas that you had as a little girl. And this is what I'm teaching on Saturday and Sunday, how to start out small with proper protocol and integration. And safety first. When you show that yellow flyer, what's the background say? Whether you can read the words or not, it says what? Safety first, safety first, safety first, safety first, safety first. You know where I got that? Look at the background. Safety first, safety first, safety first. Don't worry about what it says in the front. The foundation is safety first, safety first. Don't be listening to these jokers out here wilding out. And the astrology piece, you should know where the moon is at when you take your medicine. Like right now, I know that the moon is in Capricorn, I think. So he just got, the moon is in Capricorn. Big bro Hank said he just got finished doing the Wachuma. I already know what kind of experience he had because I can look and see the placement of the moon. We're in the leading phase and the moon is in Capricorn. If I had his birthday, I'd dial all the way in. He'll think I was sitting in the room beside him. So and that's what a lot of people are leaving out, is they think that this is something that is simple as marijuana. My first advice, my first warning is stop comparing mushrooms to marijuana.
Yeah, that's foolish to compare it to weed, y'all. And I'm going to give an example. Shrooms, think of it as a time machine, an interdimensional, multigalactic spaceship. And Master Oyi is giving you pilot training.
Simulation on the ground before you leave.
Before you take, instead of walking into the spaceship, you consume, you ingest, you digest the spaceship. And if your arrogant, stupid ass think you can get on a spaceship, I can do this by myself, then you deserve the psychedelic ass whooping because you are arrogant.
It's everything that's sacred has a built-in protection mechanism. Tantra is sacred. It has a built-in protection mechanism. I used to be mad that the Europeans try to minimize Tantra to just being an object of sex. Now I don't worry about it because they don't have the honor nor the humility to unlock the codes, and anything over 5,000 years old can protect itself. How did it become 5,000 years old? There were some things that attacked it, because on the planet Earth, you get attacked by things, a code, another ideology, some stuff like that. It's some religions that you never heard of that was probably thriving for 400 or 500 years ago. Now another religion came and just swallowed their ass up. Tantra ain't never been swallowed up. And let me be clear, mushrooms will never be swallowed up. Never, because they started this shit. They was here before Tantra. They predate all martial arts. They predate all the things that you want to sit here and talk about and go on. And when you take them, they take you. It's a simple exchange. It's a simple exchange. You want to do what's up? You want to go somewhere? Come on and take me, because they want to go through. And here's the thing, though. If you didn't come see me or Brother Hank or Miss Bliss or whoever and get no pre-integration, then what's going to happen? Then the ride is going to be so terrible. The rocket ship, which is so expensive, could disintegrate in mid-flight, and you never even get out this atmosphere. You sitting up in here crying, talking about, make it stop. That's enough. Wait a minute. What you mean that's enough? What you mean? How is it? How is it you've got a choice? This is what I love about the mushrooms and women. They committed. You know how women be talking about, I want somebody committed? Take you some mushrooms, because they committed. They not finna get off until they are done. They don't care nothing about, okay, that's my 19th orgasm. Oh shit, we got 3 more hours to go. This good. If you want to keep count, I'm not keeping count. I'm just going through what I'm going through. But hey, let's get back to it, because I ain't done.
And let me tell you, I remember Master Kalindi Aid telling stories about an arrogant woman that thought she can do it by herself. And she got such an ass whooping from her own fear and her own imagination that after her independent ass came back to herself, she never wanted to talk to Kalindi again, because the shrooms beat her natural born ass from arrogance.
How she don't want to talk to Kalindi, though? How you don't want to talk to the gatekeeper? I was just telling you to slow down before you go through here. You want to fly in here, you know what I'm saying, like you a little Jaguar sliding side. It's a school district. It's a school district. The sign blinking and say 25. When the school bus, when the arm come out and say stop, in any state, you supposed to stop. You're going to get 4 points on your license in North Carolina. I don't know what you're going to get in New York, but it's going to be a high penalty if you don't follow these particular directions.
That's cool. And you want to talk about submission. We're talking about humbleness to the forces of nature that is greater than your monkey mind can ever conceive. So, I hear people talk about, sisters talk about, I ain't going to submit to you. What you want me to submit to? Don't submit to me. You better submit to the shrooms with prayers, reverence, humbleness, and you will have the ride of your life. But if you go into psychedelics with an arrogant, colonized mind, you're going to get a natural ass whooping that you won't forget into the next life. So, just so that you know, everybody, every person who has a bit of common sense submits to the divine within themselves, and the divine that you find in shrooms, ayahuasca, bufo, wachuma, yopo. That is submission. Submitting is not saying you're greater than me. Submitting is acknowledging the divine, from the divine in me, acknowledging the divine in you. So, family, we're looking for the meaning of submission. Submission is namaste. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you. And all of creation is divine, including me, including you. So if you ever want to do entheogens, be submissive to the divine in yourself and the divine in the medicine, and you will have a heavenly experience. But if you go in saying, I am a priestess, I'm a god, I'm a priest, you're going to get your ass ripped inside out in the most colorful array of hues, and it will show you who's real. Empress, emperor, king, queen is Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Big Mama
Big
is
Papa.
running the whole show. Big Mama's running the whole show. And to see, here's how you take what Baba Hank just said to the next level. Not just see God in someone else, look for it. Look for God in someone else. Then there won't be no competition. You're only competing with someone because you don't see God in someone else. The sister posted a question, Brother Hank. If you scroll up, you see Nicole Fire said, so what can our kings do to bring their other half to make a whole? She has a misunderstanding around relationships. It needs to be two whole people standing next to one another, not two half people coming together to make a whole.
Sister, it's not your fault. You're thinking with a colonized mind.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just here to gently guide you and make some suggestions to move to another direction. Because I had that misunderstanding too, that it was a woman that was going to complete me. It was going to be this one woman or these four women or whatever. It ain't no number of women. I am the gift. Big Mama made me the gift. All I gotta do is be whole.
Yeah.
So it ain't about what does the kings need to, unless you a man and you asking about the kings, you asking about the wrong thing. What do women need to do? Do they need to practice their submission? Yeah. Well, how do you do that? Looking for God. Looking for God where? Across the street at that man over there that you was calling all types of names. Yeah. You was calling him a fuck boy, and you was calling him all this other type of stuff, and he this right here, and he not 6 feet tall, and he can't do shit for me, and I don't fucking need him. You were talking to the great mother's child, and she heard every word that you said. You was talking. That's like if Hank had a child in elementary school, and he just came up to visit that day, and he heard another child ridiculing his child, and Hank was like around the corner. When he step around the corner, he gonna be like, who in the F you think you talking to? That's my child. Both of y'all are my children. And that's why that talk out the mouth with human design will show you need to curb that particular spell you're putting on yourself, because you're going to have to go and cash that check that your alligator mouth written with your mockingbird ass when Big Mama come to see you. Big Mama is coming to see you, and she's going to say, you was talking to my son like that? You wasn't helping him? I sent you down here to help him, and you withheld your help? And then you hit him with, well, he didn't. I ain't asked you to go down there, and only if he do this. I gave you an order to go down there. She going to check us too. who not in our divine alignment as well. She gonna come and sit on my forehead, back, neck, knee, wherever she got to get my attention and be like, you know, you was womanizing, you know what I'm saying, my daughter. We're gonna have to see you about this. You know that, right? At this point, I done accepted it. My womanizing days are grandiose in the past. They were magnificent too. I had a lot of fun while I was in it. But that particular behavior was not uplifting the great mother. And it was making me disrespect my own mother, Sister Myra, who put me up on the great mother in the first place. So I was disrespecting my teacher who introduced me to it, who representing the great mother, the greatest representative I've seen of the great mother. This it right here. And the altar that she's on is the Jade Emperor altar. So she always gonna be paid. Somebody was like, "Oh, I just got my reading scheduled for October 2023." That's me. I set that up. That Sister Myra will be so busy that you couldn't get to her. I just told her to raise her prices to $1,000. That's me. Keep telling her to raise her prices even further.
I want to share something with the audience in my own personal experience. Family, entheogens that we spoke of activates your divinity and the beautiful chakra colors that's inside of you. I remember the first person to turn me on to Shrooms was one of Dr. Sabi's direct disciples, beautiful sister. And at that time, I didn't realize what power or what kind of energy was in the shroom. And I remember the next time I was intimate with my sister friend, she said, "How come after we commune and I entered her sacred space?" She said, "How come I'm seeing colors?" And I was like, "Seeing colors?" And I never connected the dots that when you go into the entheogenic realms, you are going into the house of the divine. So what's in your mind is also in your first chakra space. So then I continued my journey into entheogens, and later on in the years, again, a sister I was connecting with. Why do I see colors? Where does all these colors come from? Saying to you, my brothers and my sisters, entheogens go hand in hand with Tantra like two sides of a coin. Master Oyi, can you touch on that, please?
You muted.
About the story. Give me the last part of that, what you said, because I was in the story so much, I didn't even catch no question. I was captivated. What's the last part?
How psychedelics make your stuff, your yoni and your baseball bat psychedelic.
Now, the number in the audience might go down after I say this.
Or it might go up.
We're going to break this down right here. Women, you have the ability to have an orgasm every 1/8 of a second. You could actually be in orgasm somewhere around 23 hours a day and still function. However, most of the energy, because of shame and blame and colonization programming, women use up the most of their energy resisting orgasm. To the point that now they will pay somebody else to train them to have one when all they have to do is stop resisting the orgasm. Now, the orgasm has been it's been mislabeled to mean love. It does not mean love. So a lot of women get with this brother who ain't shit, for real. But he got that King Kong strong, and she felt protected, and she felt like it was love, but it was just that King Kong strong. She put her guard down, and the orgasm happened naturally, but she gave credit to the dude. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was her dropping her guard. So when you take mushrooms, it drops the guard. So now you can be orgasmic as you want, and you can be present. A lot of men and women, erectile dysfunction is because the brother is not present. His mind is creating so much stress. Oh my God. His mind is creating so much stress. His stuff just ain't, it's just over there like that instead of like bong bong. It's just over here, kind of sideways and whatever. Mushrooms silence the mind. That's why I said the human design is what all Black people need, because it will show you how much this thing is a liar. And it's not, and even how it showed you the ego is the problem. It's not the ego. It's not the ego. No way. No, it's the mind. But when you really feel it, because it's going to go down, what is entheogens going to go do? What is mushrooms going to go do? It's going to go tap into your DNA, and it's going to say, when's the last time you had an orgasm? They're going to say this body right here is void of orgasms, or a lot of orgasms goes down up in here. What are we going to do with it? Why is this person not being orgasmic? And it's going to, now, this is where it comes, now this is where it differentiates. You're not about to get Hank's results, because Hank is doing his work on himself when he's sober. So when he goes and takes the mushrooms, he don't have to go do that trauma work while he's high. He can just relax and enjoy himself. I do not want to go in. I want to deal with my trauma now. If I got some trauma now, I want to go upstairs in front of my altar. I want to go work on that on a constant basis. But if the mushrooms see that you ain't Hank, you ain't been Miss Bliss, you ain't been doing your work, then they're going to be like, well, we can't get you to this sexually liberated and fun place until we pull this trauma out that you have a headlock on. Mm-hmm. So the mushrooms will pull your shoulder out. They'll dislocate your fingers. You think you in control. I love when the control freaks come here to the Gin room. Those are my funnest people to watch, because I'm a former control freak myself. And I just look at them and they sit there talking about, I'm dying. Or they start telling me all type of stuff. Oh, yeah, you don't love me. Oh, yeah, this is your fault. Oh, yeah, where are you? Oh, yeah, I was just checking on you. How you checking on me? I'm sober. You don't want on 7 grams. You want me to check on me? We have been conditioned to never go back inside. So you have to continually do this work. That's why I'm always hearing about Hank out here in these entheogenic healing streets, because people are going and say, yo, I know, like, and trust this man. I'm getting results. It's only because he was getting the results first. He was working on himself. How could he make something and give it to you? What he do to hold him, hit him with the bracelets, Hank? Hit him with the bracelets. Hit him with the bracelet. He not.
This is innovation from psychedelic activation.
And guess how many he got? 2 for him. When he says he's ready to come out, then you can get it. You have to have a guide. That's what Miss Bliss said earlier. You better be out here like, oh, I don't need no guide. You're a crash dummy. And it's okay too, because Kalindi said 90% of the people out here ain't got no soul. No way.
Damn.
So I've been out here, and I had to realize that I've been out here chasing and trying to help soulless people and wasting so much of my time. That's why I be on Sister Myra. Raise your price. People with souls will pay any price to get free. You ain't got no soul. You want everything for a discount. You want everything for a low price. You know how I know this? Because the mushrooms showed me, because I went there and was doing my work. Then they showed me, they was like, oh, you haven't been working here. We're going to go ahead and pull this from you right now. You've been holding on to it pretty tight. You got a nice little grip. We're going to rip it from you right now. So this could hurt. So if you'd like to go ahead and scream and bang on the floor, go ahead and get started, because we're going to start ripping right about here. And that's what happens. And then when I come back, I'm the type just like Hank, just like Bill Wan, even Miss Bliss. I'm not about to take no 2 ass whoopings. Not to that degree. You're out your mind. It's gonna be clear to me. No. What was that you said you needed? You said you needed me to push that over there? Because I want to do this, Hank.
That was easy.
That's all I want.
Do it again, bro.
That was easy.
Make it easy.
That's all I want. But you can make it hard now, because Black people, we specialists at making it something hard.
Oh yeah. Now let's touch on that for a second. What I love about psychedelics, if you want to call it that, plant medicine, family, it makes you accountable for everything you did, you've done, and what you said. It makes you totally accountable. And our righteous ancestors, when there was a when there was a disagreement in the community, it wouldn't be this mind or this person versus this person. They would go into the medicine and say, medicine, plant medicine, can you reveal the true origin of this disharmony? And the plant medicine will show to both parties and all of the community what the real root problem is. And in our so-called conscious community, there's unaccountability for verbal acoustic assassins running amok, men and women. We need psychedelics in our water on a turbo level so that we can get a peek at our own madness. And what I'm saying, family, is accountability, whether you do it in this lifetime or the next one. Because karma is gravity of the soul. Karma is gravity of the soul. And that's what I love about psychedelics. It will show you you're going to be accountable, and you'll be shown, even if it's your parents who caused you to run amok, or their grandparents, or their great-great-grandparents. So there you have it. I love psychedelics. Somebody want to argue with me, challenge me? Come on, let's take some shrooms.
Yeah, that numbers went. I was looking at your numbers, and 4 people left as soon as you used the word accountability. I said, oh shit. I said, oh hell. I was looking at the numbers for real. I had my head like this. You start talking about accountability. You started getting on that bone. Boop, boop. Yep. Somebody had to go to the bathroom. They was like, oh hell no, I'm finna walk out of here.
Mm-hmm. Karma is gravity of the soul. You ain't going nowhere.
And it all goes, and you know why? The other reason, I got one more picture to show too.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me zoom in on that, brother.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
What you got there, man?
My yacht. You see them scales? You see them big ass black lips on my yacht?
Wow.
This is what I work for. This is my boss, everybody. This the HNIC right here over the OE network. This is my boss. It's on the left side of my body too, because she's closest to my heart. Because at the end of the day, no matter what nobody say, I'm gonna have to go see her and have my heart weighed on the scale. You're gonna have to have your heart weighed on the scale. You can talk all you want to talk. You can do the foolishness and say you don't need no teacher. You can do all that you want, but you're gonna have to go and see. And so for me, I'm teaching this class so my heart can be light, because I'm not finna go before my aunt and then she be like, you had all them gifts, why you ain't share it with more people? And I had some kind of excuse. Well, you know, Hank wouldn't let me do so-and-so, or, you know, Miss Bliss, you know, she wouldn't call me back, or blah, blah, blah. Ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing, yo. And if y'all ain't studying the M in mushrooms is my yacht. I said it. I said it.
Ooh, did you hear that, y'all? Say it again, brother.
The M in mushroom stand for Mayat. Stop trying to get to the S. Don't worry about the shroom part. Don't worry about the M. Y'all are still in kindergarten. The M in mushrooms is Mayat. And that's why so many people, Baba Hank, is afraid to do more than 3.5 grams. They don't want to see her. They sales is like, yo, come on, man. You know good and well if we go see her now, we're done.
Yo, your numbers went down just when you said that about my aunt. The numbers went down, brother. Run, Forrest, run. But it's the truth, y'all. You could do it, but you got eternity. If you don't want to address your iniquities,
she'll wait you out. She'll wait you out.
In the next life. Hey, where you going? Where you going? No. Come back. Remember the movie Ghost, where that guy thought he was going to get away with all that? Nah. We got you. No, we got you. We got you. Come on back. Oh, where you want to go? No, we got you. We call karma.
And what you're describing now is in my astrological studies, now in my human design studies, it's called cosmic contracts. It's giving you more detail around the contracts of the relationships that you have with yourself and someone else.
Yeah.
What is my cosmic contract with Mrs. Bliss? The energy patterns that she possesses and I possess, and when we stand next to each other, that is letting me see the contract. It ain't the Black's Law Dictionary, homie. It's your chart. That's the law. Land, air, and water. Love, abundance, and wisdom. That's the law right there, is in your chart. So if you don't know the law, you're always going to be sinning. You're always going to be missing the mark. You're always going to have no accountability and blaming everybody else. And you'll always be trapped in the oppression trap triangle. You're either going to be the victim, the villain, or the victor. And if you don't know what the victor is, that's Captain Save-A-Ho. Or Madam Save-A-Bro. Madam Save-A-Bro, she's in there too, because she comes over there and is like unsolicited. This is why I needed 2 days. This was really a 3-day workshop, yo. And I was just like, I can get it done in 2. But the email that I sent out today, I was like, yo, I need all week to teach this. Everybody need to be like, it's in this class. This is like part 1A, 3B of the class is happening Saturday. I ain't going backwards either. So whatever Hank and Miss Bliss got me at right now, this is where I'll be starting at. They can be like, well, can you explain that? I'll be like, you ain't see us on Tuesday? We was already talking. I covered that already. Well, I just paid. You should have paid for the free stuff too. All you had to do was watch it. But now here's the thing, Hank, those people that say, I don't need no help. I don't need to pay no $150 to listen to him teach me for 2 days because I heard it all right here. Use a clown. You ain't never seen my toolbox before. In a toolbox, they got the thing Hank got a toolbox, I'm sure right there by him, where he got the small tools on top where he can just lift that little thing up. You just lift the little thing up and it just holds the little tools. And look, watch this. He ain't even get up out the chair. Don't pull the whole tool, pull the top part off. Oh, Jesus. Look on the sides. Show them the sides. Go look at the sides. That's where I'm at. I ain't even in the bucket right now. I'm not even in the bucket. I'm in the joints on the side. Saturday, I'm going in the bucket. Oh, and for those of you who say, I ain't going to prioritize these teachings, I'm going to get it later. Miss Bliss, do you know what we call that?
What?
They're going to pay the dumb tax. Because the price will be doubled on Monday for the replay. Okay? Just want you to know, because I used to be slick. Look at that.
Wait, what you gonna crack open with that?
That's my mini hammer for the knuckleheads.
That's not even the Thor hammer, is it? That ain't even the Thor hammer. The Thor hammer hanging down between his. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. Anyway, that's his mini hammer. Y'all heard what he said. He got mini hammers.
That's the tools. Proactive preparation.
You got to be ready, and that's what I want to do, is give tools away and stop disrespecting other people. I done so many blog talk radios and giving away so much free stuff. It's just very tough for somebody to ask me to go give them something else for free. Because guess what? A cheap sword will break in battle.
Oh, shoot.
A cheap sword will break in battle. Also, you can't enter into heaven on stolen light. My aunt is also going to want to see some receipts. Man, where'd you get that information from? Well, I was watching that free video on YouTube, but did you go and study with Miss Bliss for 6 months? No. Did you study with Hank for 90 days? No. Did you take a weekend class with Oye? No. Then where'd you get this information from? You didn't pay for it. So we're going to start off with the theft that you have as you're trying to enter into heaven. And guess who works for Ma'at? Ampu. Ain't nothing nice about him if you're not into Kemetic history. If you're not into Kemetic sciences, just type in ANPU. He's the Rottweiler, pit bull, gorilla who worked for Mayat. You try to steal something, she just point at him. She ain't gonna do nothing. She too fly. She too cute.
Brother.
She too cute.
I gotta go pee, y'all.
We'll be here.
I gotta go pee.
We'll
pee out that Wachuma. You gonna be peeing like a racehorse.
Yeah, listen. I got that medicine still in my system.
The crazy part is I think some of this watermelon hit you too, because I ain't even got to go to the bathroom, but I should have.
Yo, I'm going to go get some watermelon too after I pee. This is great. Yo, my brother, Dope Nerd, Miss Bliss Deborah, audience. This was so good. We had a hot summer night party up in here.
Yeah.
You know, we had education with a comedy show combined. I don't know what kind of word could we say?
Edutainment. KRS-One said it already. Edutainment.
This was edutainment.
Edutainment.
And is it full moon tomorrow?
No.
It's August 11th.
The 11th.
It's the 11th. It's August 11th.
Listen, I feel that wave building already.
But we're in the okay. So we're good. I'm glad he brought that up. I know you go to the bathroom. If you put me on the big screen, I'll talk long enough for you to get back because I need to tell them about this moon.
Go ahead, brother.
There's 8 cycles of the moon. So the cycle that we are in now is not called pre-full moon. Okay? If you're only looking at full moon and new moon, you're leaving out 6 rituals. Don't people always be like, when you say, hey, here's the new moon, what ritual am I gonna do? The full moon, what ritual am I gonna do? What about the other 6 stages? So if you do 2 rituals and you should have done 8, what is your success rate gonna be? 1/4. You only did 1/3. You're only gonna get 1/3 of the success rate. You did 2 out of 8. No, that's 25%. You can have a 25% success rate. It don't matter whether it's a super moon, pink moon, whatever. So the phase right before the doing moon or the full moon, because the full moon represents Ogun. Ogun is the full moon. But the moon before the full moon is Heru or Horus. Heru, whatever, however you want to say it. Osiris's son. He's the administrator. He said, yo, I'm going to delegate. He's the delegator. You have to have somebody who's delegating before you go into the fields with the 2 swords. So full moon is when the energy is the closest to the planet. Things are being brought to you. It's a buffet. It's not time to fast. You're going against the natural energy. The new moon is really not new. Once again, you've been colonized to call it new. It's not new. You're already 7 days late. The month starts 7 days before a new moon. If you don't learn anything from me whatsoever, please write that down. It won't help you figure out all the cycles, but at least you'll know where to start. Because you can look at every new moon on all the calendars, but they don't tell you. They got you thinking that that's where you start. You don't start on the new moon. The new moon is the 3rd phase. It's the clearing phase. We have phases. I wish it was more Master Masons in the world who would teach about the 8 and how we are broken down into 8 cycles per day that last 3 hours in each cycle. We're broken down into 8 cycles of the year, and they're broken down into 45-day periods. We're broken down into 8 cycles of the moon each month, which they last 3.5 to 4 days. These are indigenous practices. This is our intellectual property, which gives you your money. It strengthens the bag because now you have a complete practice instead of just digging around the outside of the bucket. Baba Hank is using, then he not just using the tools outside and inside the bucket, then he the master tool in the middle. But if you're missing the things that are surrounding it, so what are you supposed to be doing now to get prepared for the 11th? You got 2 days. How many of y'all was not prepared for you didn't even have no ritual about the afternoon of the 7th, and then you saw somebody talking about the Lion's Gate? How many of y'all paid somebody to be in a Lion's Gate ritual? Because you ain't know yourself. Nah, I ain't got no problem paying somebody to be in a ritual, especially if they fire. But why you ain't know yourself? Why you ain't just pull your chart up, put it on top of it, and now all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, Leo rules this house. This is where this is happening at. Everybody's got a Lion's Gate. It's called the house that's ruled by Leo in your chart. It's activated every month when the moon passes through there. So OE didn't get excited. Go look on my Instagram page. I ain't mentioned no Lion's Gate. I kept it pushing because you can find the Lion's Gate anytime you want to go look for one. If you know yourself, this is about the journey of self-discovery, not self-mastery. It's too many out here, man.
You rocked the house tonight, brother. This was, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see it coming.
I told him. I tried to warn him.
Miss Bliss, is he for real?
Miss Bliss had the forecast because I had a
forecast. I was looking at. I was working with my moon magic.
Because I'm still high from the weekend ceremony, so I was like, Miss Bliss, you steer this, and she was like, you better get ready, and I'm paraphrasing, but damn, OE, I know you a Taurus, but damn, you rocked the house, brother.
Blew it out the box.
Salutations. You blew it out the house. Y'all better listen to this show more than once because he really gave y'all education tonight free.
He was dropping gems.
He was dropping gems.
I wanna add to that moon phase and the rituals. They doing all these rituals on this full moon and new moon, and they don't even know what phase they don't even know their moon phase. Why you ain't doing rituals in your own moon phase? You was born
Genie
in
about to fuck it up. I'm out of here. I'm the Genie.
Yo, that's deep, man.
He's fucking it up right now. He messing up the church's money at this point.
Oh shoot! Hey, happy birthday, Soul Healing Love. It's my birthday.
Peace. Team Leo in the building.
Leo in the house. Yeah, blessed be, brother. Blessed be, or sister, or whoever you are. ET,
The people that's going to get the most out of this, Hank, is the people that's going to go sign up.
Yep. Let me show y'all again. Y'all can pause the tape, copy it down. Okay. This is some beautiful graphics he did for y'all. And if they want to give you donations, brother, what's the donation connection?
Oh, my receiving mechanism is working on high right now. So I have PayPal, which is oyesun88 at Gmail. And I also have Venmo, which is oye517.
Okay, hold on a second. You know what? Text it and family. I'll have it if it's not already in the show description. I believe it. Miss Bliss Deborah already covered that. So it's in the show description.
Top, buddy. Miss Bliss got all that covered, player.
She got all that covered, yeah.
Miss Bliss. I'm trying to clone Miss Bliss. Can you just send me a follicle of hair down here to Atlanta? I'll take it from there. Hank, you got you something, buddy, right there.
Man, she's so brilliant that I go, duh, yeah, I thought of that. She got a lot of people around her. Instead of giving her accolades, they say, duh, I thought of that too. That's what she brings out in folks, the duh. So that's why I say,
she's a walking human design. Like you said, she make other people look stupid.
Yo, they'd be like, duh, I was going to say that. Men and women. That's the funny part. Duh, yeah, that's right. I was just thinking that. Listen, I want to thank everybody. We had fun tonight. We got the folks saying happy birthday to the Leos in the audience.
Happy born day.
And Oye, it was an honor having you on the platform, brother.
Man, thank you, brother. I just want people really, I'd like the donations. That's cool, but I'd rather get everybody's contact information. So in the chat, I just posted, if they just text sacred to that phone number, if you look at the last comment, thank you, Mighty Thunder. I appreciate it. I will see y'all this weekend. Oh, that's what I love too. I got some 9-year-olds coming. I like it when the mamas be like, I'm bringing all my daughters and my sons. It's a family affair.
Oh, I thought you was making more babies this weekend or something.
No, I'm good. We're good right now. I mean, it could happen. It could happen, but it's gonna have to be in the morning or after the show, but don't be during the show. But please text sacred. It's one. If you look up and see my name, Hank, it says please text #sacred. That one right there.
Oh, you just text me?
No. It's in the chat. Look in the chat. It's by my name.
Oh, website. Oh, work with OE.
No. It says please text. It's okay. I got a copy. There it is again.
#sacred. The 404 number with the 999 999s.
I don't think that fast when
it's
I'm
in the
high.
chat. Look in the chat. It's the last one in the chat.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, he said I believe you.
Yeah, I'm just copying. I'm gonna post it in their face.
Right. I thought you were just gonna post at the bottom, like right where he has. Don't forget about the Detroit Psychedelic Conference.
I reached out to them. We ain't heard nothing. I don't know what's going on, but maybe they got a full moon thing going on. I don't know. So I wish them the best anyway. This is OE's information. I can scroll it.
Yes.
Let me scroll that. Edit. Scroll across the bottom. Let's see how that works now. So, and this is also in the show description.
It's
so
scrolling.
Family,
You good?
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Bliss.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So Sequoia. This was a fire fax. Thanks for the knowledge. Peace and blessings.
Sequoia.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is really, I'm ready to go out and just ride my bike for a little while. So we got one more comment and then we're out.
Hank, I want to say thank you, man, to you and your ancestors for honoring me to be on your platform, brother. You didn't have to do this.
Yo, this was fun, man. What else to do on a hot summer night besides eat watermelon and drink water and crack good jokes? This is great. And brother man, what you called yourself? King Nerd? What was it?
Dope Nerd.
Dope Nerd.
Yo,
Dope
man.
Nerd.
Loved your presence, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I apologize for coming in.
It was just the way it was supposed to. You came in here like a genie because your head's still disappearing down to only the N and the Y on your cap, man. Certain moves. You do some moves and it's like he's there and he's not. And we got King Simon said, great show. Thank you, Brother King. Listen, sign up on King Simon's platform. King Simon presents only quality people. He has a wide diversity of genius on his platform, So I want to give accolades to the divine within King Simon. And peace and blessings, everyone. And let's wrap it up and get on out of here and go get some iced tea or lemonade or something like that. Peace out, y'all. Bless.
Say often, yes, I am. Supreme shield of protection surrounding me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am remembering all I was born to do. Yes, I am. Take hold of your crystal, which will magnify your I am affirmations at least 600%. If you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal.